Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Chelsea transfer video for today. So we have some breaking news, well, breaking, not so breaking. It's a Chelsea thing, right? Transfers are moving extremely slow. But it feels like everybody's moving slower than expected right now with the upcoming, World Cup mid-season, with the season and all the international games ending pretty late. Pre-season starts in just a couple of weeks. Players are on holiday, so things are moving slower than expected. Nice for Chelsea, being a Chelsea fan, I'm used to it. I'm used to things taking so long. But we had some reports already that, Chelsea might be extremely interested in Raheem Sterling for around £35 million, and the deal might actually happen. It's just that Manchester City want a bit more. Now, Raheem Sterling, his contract is ending next year. So I don't know how much more Chelsea will be willing to pay for, a player of his quality. Still scored, I think, 13 goals, 7 assists last season, something like that. Much better than our wingers, if you're asking me. But anyways, we're going to have a look at those news. We're going to have a look at an update from Lukaku. He's 100% leaving the club. But again, we paid close to 100 million for him, depending on what currency you're using. And we're letting him go on loan for 5 million plus 2 million add-ons or something like that. And then maybe an option to buy. Just doesn't make sense, right? We have some updates on Dembele and Nkunku, etc. So before I do that, if you like this type of videos, like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Now let's get started. So first, a little update on the Lukaku situation from our friend Fabrizio. So he's writing here, work in progress for Romelu Lukaku's comeback to Inter. Talks ongoing with Chelsea on the final loan fee. Inter will improve the opening proposal worth 5 million euros plus 2 million. Wow, incredible. If only we didn't pay 100 million for this guy. But hey, next week will be key to speed up talks, as all parties want to find a solution soon. Well, we obviously want him to go, but for just 7 million, I don't think we're gonna agree to that. Maybe if there is an obligation to buy for a certain price, or maybe if we get a player in return. I know Bastoni, I know Dumfries were highly linked, rumored, so maybe that's part of the deal, remains to be seen. Then the Ousmane Dembele transfer update. This is another transfer that I really think will happen. It's just a matter of time. Now they do write here that, Dembele's injury record is a cause for concern, and Chelsea have also been made aware of the availability of Sterling's City teammate Gabriel Jesus, although Arsenal are currently at the front of the queue for the Brazilian. Red Bull Leipzig, Christopher Nkunku would likely be the most expensive of Chelsea's attacking options. Now it's funny they talk about Dembele's injuries when our current players also get injured a lot. Callum Hudson-Odoi gets injured a lot. Loftus-Cheek injured a lot. Pulisic injured a lot. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But at least Dembele, when he plays, we've seen him play for Barcelona even after the whole fiasco there, he produces the goods, right? So it's funny that now injuries do play a part here. Anyways, Nkunku, I don't see it happening this summer. It's going to be extremely expensive, and I don't think Leipzig would want him to leave, and I don't see us pay £100 million for him. Now again, Lukaku update, he's going to go there 100%. They talk about, Raheem Sterling, Ousmane Dembele here, Jules Koundé, although I don't really see the hype in him. I say this time and time again. Nathan Ake could be signed afterwards. Interesting. Again, Nathan Ake, Gehi, Tomori, players we could have used right now. The Athletic confirmed the reports that, the Sterling stuff is actually real. The Blues are now confident over completing a swoop for the Man City winger. So also important to note that it's not Sterling or Ousmane Dembele, because if you remember, Sterling plays on the left, Ousmane Dembele plays on the right, and both of them can also play as a false striker, a bit like Kai Havertz has been doing throughout this season. Now, I would like to see both. Again, Ousmane Dembele is on a free. Raheem Sterling, 35 million could actually be a good deal. Going through this page again. Okay, so they're probably talking here about, well, Reece James, where he's going to play next. We know he's been talking about, well, he played as a striker when he was young, etc. He didn't really like to play as a right back at first, but now, in my opinion, one of the best in the world. And again, if Lukaku goes to Inter, then maybe Dumfries comes to Chelsea. But since they already lost Hakimi, now they have a great right back in Dumfries. I don't really see that deal happening, but this might, well, this headline here could be something like that. Anyway, some more Sterling news right here. It's gonna take a while for sure, but it wouldn't surprise me if he's the first signing under the new management. Now, Rafinha is a topic that, well, is discussed a lot in the fan base. Again, would probably come in cheaper than other players out there because of Leeds' position right now. But again, should we go for him? Depends on who we manage to offload of our squad, let's say. Some more confirmation with regards to Sterling. Fabrizio Romano here says that Thomas Tuchel is a big fan of the English winner. Chelsea have explored conditions for the deal. No direct talks between Man City and Chelsea or bid yet. Depends on other deals like Lukaku, Ousmane and more. For sure, once the Lukaku situation gets resolved, I think other deals will follow because, well, he just takes up a big chunk of that transfer budget and salary budget. And then I want to talk about the other player in the thumbnail, obviously, and that's Milinkovic Savic. He has been linked with Chelsea for a while now. By the way, Sterling has been linked with Chelsea before he even moved to Man City, right? Remember, Mourinho wanted him. Mourinho actually wanted him, wanted Van Dijk. I think Conte wanted Van Dijk. We didn't get him. I think Mourinho also wanted Pogba, which was funny. We didn't get him. And Conte wanted Lukaku, but he got Morata, and then we went back to Lukaku, and look at how that turned out. Moral of the story here, go for the players that the manager asks the first time. Anyways, Milinkovic Savic, right? We need someone super strong, steady, powerful in the midfield. He's one of those guys. Now, there are also some rumors that Lazio is interested in Emerson Palmieri and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, so if a deal were to happen, probably those two players would be included in that deal and he would come to London. Now, would that be enough? Probably not, because remember, Kante is getting old, getting more injured. Jorginho probably is gonna leave and he's also super weak, super slow, can't really manage that midfield and especially not the way we're playing. Milinkovic Savic, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, etc. This type of profile could fit our team perfectly. Obviously, do share your thoughts down in the comments below, because these are just my opinions. I might be right, I might be wrong. Those are just my opinions. Don't slam your keyboard with some dumb comments, please. Anyways, Billy Gilmore, completely forgot about that player. Billy Gilmore and Ethan Ampadu also returning to the squad next year. Will probably not play that much, to be honest. I know, yeah, great talents, etc. But then again, good enough for us to win the Premier League? No, sorry, just no. Then we have Gleison Bremer from Torino. He will most likely leave the club. They told him to stay one more year last year to help them. Next year you can take the next step. So it remains to be seen. He has a good season, I believe. I haven't watched Torino, to be honest, but apparently from all the reports and all the professional Italian experts and people that follow Torino, I believe he had a good season. So, remains to be seen where he will be going. With Koulibaly, I know he's not here on this page, but with regards to Koulibaly, their manager, Napoli's manager, Luciano Spalletti, said that if he gets sold, he will resign. So, that's, well, that's a good ultimatum. So remains to be seen what the player does, what the club does, what the manager does, but that's the situation there. We need a couple of midfielders, couple of attacking players, and definitely center backs and backup for right and left back. So there's a lot to do this summer for Chelsea. Again, you will have to be patient because it's not the usual summer with this stupid World Cup in the middle of the season. It is ruining a couple of plans here with this last season finishing a bit later than usual. Again, things will take time, but we don't want the club to rush. We want the correct player. We want the players that the manager wants. We don't want players that the manager didn't want, and then we're just stuck with Drinkwaters and Bakayokos. It just doesn't work that way. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Do leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button for more content. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.